Yeah, I got arrested twice.
You
Left
did?
that part out. Yeah. Just
For
drinking,
what?
Drinking at bars underage, fighting at bars underage. I turned out to be a cop later.
Way to turn around.
Interesting. Yeah. But yeah, I spent the night in jail twice.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. So college, you're out there for 2 years.
In College Station, I'm out there for 6 months.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
Oh, it looks like a short career. What happened?
Didn't last long. I read a book called The Lone Survivor. I was just kind of like, I just read this book. It sounds cool, whatever. You know who wrote that? Marcus Luttrell, right? Yeah, fellow Texan. I'm reading about the Navy SEALs. These guys are something else. This is something worth my energy.
Because you got a lot of energy.
It compounded with that book. I'm at the age now where I'm more thinking philosophically now. You start entering, or at least I did, like an existential crisis. Like, what's it all about? What am I doing? Where am I going? I'm not living with mommy and daddy anymore. What's the end goal here? People our age, 9/11 affected in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember the day. You probably do, just
I was
like
on a
me.
school bus.
Yeah, see, I was in school, and they brought us into the gym, and they were telling us America just got attacked. And I remember watching those towers fall, and I was angry. Even as a youngster, I was angry. And for some reason, that transcended when I was reading this book. And it just all hit me at once. Like, I've got a job to do. I need to join the military. I need to serve the country. And I'm going to be a SEAL no matter what. And I'm sitting on the couch in College Station in the Holloman apartments. And I'm like, I'm not living my life like this anymore. Drop the remote, walk outside, take off running, start training. And I did not stop. Quit my job, trained all day, every day, for a long time.
And you felt the respect that you gained back from your family?
I did.
And your friends?
Oh, 100%.
Eliminated some friends?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. See what alignment does?
Yeah.
Towards a higher purpose?
So, and that was the first purpose I ever had, was that.
Right.
And it's the first thing in my life I ever really wanted. Because obviously, any point before this, I was just spinning my wheels, no matter what. No matter what it was I was doing, it was trouble. Yeah, I moved back home, keep training. My dad and my mom, they were so proud of me. They'd come to my test. I got into the program, and eventually I was so hard up, I became top 10% of my BUD/S class. Then I shipped out to boot camp. That was 2011.
So you get out to BUD/S prep, graduate boot camp, 2 months, right? Easy day.
Right.
Although it felt like a year. What happened at that point in your life? Any pivotal moments come to you?
Yeah, tons.
Really?
Even going back to the training, when I was training here stateside, when I was training in Texas right before I went to boot camp, I was not an athlete. When I started training, I couldn't even do one pull-up. I could only do 7 push-ups. 7.
That's crazy, because I've only known you as an athlete.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you not athletic.
Dude, my arms were like way smaller than my elbow joints.
Really?
Like, I was like skinny. So when I'm doing push-ups, like, my elbows are cracking. I remember running, and wanting to stop because I had stopped my whole life. Anything I'd do, and if it got too hard, I would just back off. And I remember telling myself, like, would a Navy SEAL stop? The answer was always, no, he wouldn't. And I'm going to keep going no matter what. And that's the very beginning of that sort of thinking entering into my life.
What you did is exercise the principle, and the principle goes, the quality of our lives is a direct result of the quality of questions we ask ourselves. And you asked yourself a very powerful question. Would a Navy SEAL stop?
Right.
Nope. And you're not going to stop.
Not a chance.
And you can apply that same principle to everything in your life, by the way.
But yeah, tons of pivotal moments there. Tons. And then I eventually get a femoral stress fracture on top of I don't even know how many stress fractures in my tibia and fibia, right? But I get one here, and it gets where every time I take a stride, it feels like somebody's whacking me across the thigh with a bat. And eventually I can't walk, hardly. So I get dropped from the program naturally. And I was a boat crew leader, which, take that for what you will, but it's the first leadership position I ever had. And I had 6 guys with me. And when I got dropped from the program, like 10 of my buddies came to my room, pretty much like suicide watch. Like, dude, what are you going to do now? Like, you were all in this, Like, this is all you ever talked about, all you ever thought about. Like, what are you going to do? Like, you going to kill yourself? That type of thing. Like,
Side note, men in my BUD/S class have tried to kill themselves. Yes, it happens.
right.
And sometimes their families will say, don't talk to me, you quit. I've heard that
Right.
from guys. It's rough. It can be rough.
From people who weren't even SEALs.
Right.
Yes. You'll hardly ever find anyone that goes to BUD/S or the SEAL training pipeline that says, I quit because it sucked. No one hardly ever says that. But by and large, that's usually why they quit.
For sure.
Right.
It sucks.
It does suck.
You're cold.
You're
all the time.
wet, and you're tired, and you're sandy.
Yeah.
But the thing that stuck out with me so much is they hardly ever will just admit, like, that place sucked and I'm never going back. I have a few friends. Like, one of them was a swimmer for Texas A&M. He could have breezed through BUD/S, but he just quit. He's like, no, man, that place sucked. I'm done. And he's a fighter pilot. But he'll just straight up tell you, no, that place sucked. I'm not going back.
Not for me.
But by and large, men won't admit it. They won't admit they just quit, right?
Yeah, they figure out a reason.
They figure out a reason, and your excuses, will destroy you and take everything you ever loved from you.
The truth will set you free, if you be honest.
Yes.
We're good at lying to ourselves as humans.
But I wouldn't take no for an answer. So I went to the instructor's office. I rang the bell, not the quitting bell, the bell to talk to the instructors.
Yeah.
He said, what do you want? I said, this is Shaw. He said, go away. I rang the bell again, even harder. What do you want? I was nervous. Heart just beat in my chest. That guy will kill
when
you.
he looks at you, he just looks at you.
He does. He just looks at you. And you feel it. I go in there and I tell them, like, I want to stay in the program. And they agree. Let me stay in the program. I'm going to drive the vans around, give the guys water, all the BUD/S class. You know how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Though if they like you, they'll come up with something for you to do. So I'm in the gym doing pull-ups on my own during all this, the rehab process and all this networking, right, to try and stay in.
Yeah.
And I tear my rotator cuff.
What?
And my whole shoulder's jacked up. I can't even lift it up this high. So I have to throw in the towel.
Yeah.
I wasn't stupid. I knew I was going to have to get surgery and all these other things, and it would be 2 years before I could come back, right?
Dude.
But I wasn't giving up. I talked to this lady. She's a civilian, but she somehow is in charge of my future at this point. One of the smartest ladies I've ever met in my life, that woman. This lady was named Miss Green. She had it out for me. She wanted to kick me out of the Navy, like medically discharge me. And I was so distraught about it, man. And finally I started thinking, I was like, you know what? This could be the best thing that ever happened to me. Let her do it. Didn't fight it at all. Not like I could have fought it anyways. You're not going to get anything you want.
A number.
That's right. So they honorably discharged me. I went back to college. So I was going to get my degree and go back as a SEAL officer.
Sense. Yeah. Okay.
But this time college was free.
Yeah.
And I had a little more discipline in my life.
Right.
Right. I was on a mission.
Your grades were probably fantastic.
They were.
Yeah, because you know what discipline was. You could probably sit there all day and read a book all day.
All day.
It's the same thing that happened to me. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
In high school, my grades sucked, right? Barely passed, right? Go to the military, come back. I'm on the dean's list every semester. Truly, same exact thing.
Dude.
As soon as I got out of the military, went to college. Boom, crushed it.